Hello there traders, welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to cover Euro versus US dollar. I will speak about gold market, crude oil and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with the Euro versus US dollar first. So basically what we got in a 4-hour time frame is that we almost tested this low from March 7th, right? Yesterday, and basically there was a big spike, big rally here somewhere in the midday yesterday. But right now the price is around 1.0910, 911, and there is a big cluster of the resistance there. We have a previous swing highs there at 1.0935. We also have a recent swing lows there around 1.0950, 945. So this is a quite an important resistance for the euro. So I will watch carefully for this price action here. And if the price can basically test and reject, or maybe fail to test this and go lower, or just test and reject, and if there is no clear power here to continue to the upside, market can still trade and rotate around this mean. So very, very important area just around the corner for the euro and lots of the resistances. So for me, euro is sideways to bearish still. I cannot say that we changed the trend and that we changed trend behavior, because I would like really to see the price to go above this and then to eventually pull back, and so for me to say that we changed the trend. So since that's not the case, I will conclude this like a sideways, short-term sideways in a midterm downside trend. So watch carefully this pivot. Any kind of rejection, any kind of sign of weakness, any divergences going into this pivot might be the area for the downside rotation. Speaking of the gold market, I'm not fascinated by this upcycle on the gold. The pace is pretty slow. Yes, we have the upside cycle. We have this short-term upside. There is a rising middle Keltner line, which is a 20 exponential moving average, and that is all fine. But I don't see this momentum to be anything significant. To be honest, this momentum is we have a very slow condition here. We also have this very well-defined trend line, right? And seems like we're working in this kind of defined channel. More or less, we're trading in that kind of channeling mode. And I'm always it's always suspicious when I see that market is trading in the channeling mode, and not like this, for example, to start with the rallies, and start with some more aggressive price and more faster pace of the market. This is where the big rallies happen. When I see the market is rallying like this, it is very weak rally from my perspective. Very slow, momentum is not that strong. I don't see that there is enough power there. So I wouldn't be surprised if the market can try to sell off at some point, right? So to try to get to break this and maybe even create something more in the downside before any further upside. Okay, so watch careful this channeling mode and the breakout. I think the breakout of the low at 1964, the previous swing low on the 4-hour time frame, will also confirm the breakout of this channeling mode, which can lead to some lower prices, maybe 1942, maybe even back to this mean here. So again, because of the slow pace of the of the market, I see this still like a very weak upside cycle. I don't like the price action here. It's very, very controlled in a very channeling mode. So watch for potential downside rotation, some selling opportunities in case of potential downside breakout this channeling mode. Speaking of the crude oil, so crude oil is trading to the upper Keltner on the 4-hour time frame, so we're kind of on extreme here, but we have some recent swing highs here, and this is a kind of resistance, right? It can work like a resistance around 104.25 and 105.45. So this is the area of recent swing highs on the 4-hour time frame. And then the next area will be this at 107.50 or so. So for now, we have this upside cycle short term in the last few days, but we are sitting in extreme here, and it's quite resistance is on the test. So depend of this price section, if we can see some supply to enter, we can rotate back down. If we see even bigger demand, then we can go to the next pivot level, which is the 108 zone, right? So watch carefully for this pivot. And on the Bitcoin versus US dollar, this for me is still in the down cycle. Okay, 4-hour, we made this. It's not even a lower low. We failed to test this low by a very, very short amount, and then buyers kick in yesterday. But from my perspective, we're still in the heavy bearish cycle. If you go to the higher degrees, like a 6-hour, for example, time frame, this might be the bear flag that we're creating here also in the higher degrees, like 6-hour, 8-hour time frame, right? And on the lower frames, we got some kind of the flag and some kind of definitely exhaustion here, right? Some overlapping, right? Also some contraction from the top. And we are trying to break out this today, right? And we're breaking this morning. So wouldn't be surprised if we basically try at least to back towards the recent swing high. And then if there is no buyer, if we got no big buyers there, then even to go deep lower, into this territory, right? So if that's the case, we will see. But again, this still all can be a corrective structure, ABC, right? Where this C is like expanded, right? So I'll be very careful with Bitcoin on any upside short term. I'm still bearish overall the Bitcoin, and you see that 6-hour, 8-hour looks like we can create a bear flag on the higher degrees. Okay, so my advice to watch for selling opportunities. That'll be all for this analysis and update, and have a good day, trade safe as always, and see you tomorrow morning.